Lavender in June smelled like dusk and second tunes. I showed up in flannel late, with hands that shook beneath the weight. She wore lavender, I brought quiet. She danced soft, I kept the diet of saying less than what I feel. But still she stayed, still she was real. We didn't talk about the past. She didn't ask if I'd be last. She poured the tea, I lit the light, and somehow both of us felt right. She wore lavender, I wore years, covered up in silent fears. But she just smiled and held her cup, and every wall I had gave up. Love ain't about who speaks first, it's who stays when you feel cursed. She didn't fix, she didn't mend, she let me be and called it friend. Now every time she ties her hair, that purple scent still hangs the air. And though I speak in softer tones, with her I finally found a home. She wore lavender, I brought me, and somehow that was all she need. We didn't talk about the past. She didn't ask if I'd be last. She poured the tea, I lit the light, and somehow both of us felt right. She wore lavender, it brought me, and somehow that was all she needed. Sat beneath the sycamore, no phone, no boots, no need for more. The wind rolled in with cedared breath and taught me truths I missed till death. What the wind told me that day wasn't loud, it didn't sway, just wrapped around like childhood dreams, and mended up my busted seams. It said, you've held too much too tight, let go of blame and breathe the light. Brushed my cheek like mama's hand and helped me finally understand what the wind told me was peace, the kind that don't come fast or cheap. It didn't fix broken stone, but made me feel a bit less alone. You won't find it in a book or in the mirror when you look. You find it in the rustling trees, the ones that bend but still find ease. So now I walk where breezes play and listen more than what I say. 'Cause what the wind left in my chest was stillness, mercy, and some rest. What the wind told me I keep in every breath before I sleep. You won't find it in a book or in the mirror when you look. You find it in the rustling trees, the ones that bend but still find ease. So now I walk where breezes play and listen more than what I say. What the wind left in my chest was stillness, mercy, and some rest. I found a stone shaped like a heart in the dirt near Grandma's cart. Kept it in my flannel sleeve like a secret, I believe. Something small to hold on to when the big things break in two. Not a fix or grand design, just a touch that feels like mine. There's a feather in my glove box, 10 from the last time I let her in. She said, the sky leaves signs below. I smiled like I didn't know. Something small that doesn't fade, like the echo of what we made. No promises, no glory beams, just truth that lives in little things. It ain't the diamond or the deed that saves you when your soul might bleed. It's one small laugh, a patch of blue that whispers, boy, you'll make it through. Now when the world spins out of grip, I take that stone and let time slip. It ain't much, but feels like grace, like Grandma's hand, like her embrace. Something small to hold on to when all you've got is just you.
She came rolling down that gravel lane. Same old bike, same summer rain. Hair tied back like nothing's changed. But time had drawn its quiet frame. The girl on the rusted bicycle still look like every dream I held. She said, "Hey stranger, long time gone." I smiled and said, "Guess we've moved on." She talked about her kids and farm. I laughed too loud to hide my arms. Still wearing scars she couldn't see from years we lost to who we'd be. The girl on the rusted bicycle rode through my bones, slow and gentle. No blame, no spark, just roads we took. Still saw our names in that old brook. We stopped where wildflowers once grew. She said, "I never stopped thinking about you." I said, "Me too, but different now." And silence nodded, sweet and proud. Turned her wheels, the sun fell low. I watched her ride where cornfields grow. And though I stayed, my heart rode on, with her where all the might have beens belong. The girl on the rusty bicycle still rides through parts I can't control.
There was a time I'd curse the glass, call myself names, drink too fast. But now I shave and crack a grin at the man who chose to start again. The man in the mirror ain't mad anymore. He don't punch walls or slam no door. He don't chase ghosts or pick old fights. He just nods and sleeps at night. I let my beard grow last July. Didn't care if folks passed me by. Now I trim it just enough to remind myself that I've been tough. The man
mirror looks worn and wise, with crow's feet round his quiet eyes. He don't brag and he don't lie, he's just proud, he still tries. Forgiving yourself ain't fast or clean, it's built through tears and nicotine. But one day you see who's looking back and find a friend in all you lack. So I hang my hat on that cracked frame, whistle soft and say my name. 'Cause now I walk with open doors, and I ain't mad no more. The man in the mirror finally sees the best thing I forgave was me. Man in the mirror finally sees the best thing I forgave was me. Barn out back ain't got no cows, just strings and dust and echoed vows. My brother strummed, my mama sang, those boards still hold that kind of twang. The barn still hums at dusk each day, even when folks have moved away. It sings of love and hay and grace, of all we lost but can't replace. I sneak out there with my old guitar, pick slow tunes under evening stars. And if you listen past the breeze, you'll hear the ghost of harmonies. The barn still hums, though empty now, like songs still stitched to sacred vow. I don't need crowds, I don't need cheer, just that old barn and what I hear. Some folks build cathedrals high, mine was made where swallows fly, with pitch that wavers rhythm thin, but Lord, it holds the soul within. I should leave this land someday, Let that barn rot, but let it play. Let it keep humming raw and low, a song for hearts that learn to grow. The barn still hums at dusk, it's true. And somehow so do I, do too.
I don't hate you, never could. Even when you left for good, I held the pain like hands hold rain, knowing storms don't always explain. This is me moving on, not in haste, not in song, just a quiet shift in breath and ground, where your echo ain't so loud. I took your frame off my nightstand, placed it gently near the land, where roses bloom and die again, but always leave a sweeter scent. This is me stepping slow, letting old heartaches go, not erasing, not denying, just done with always trying. I still wish you mornings warm and skies, and eyes that never twist to storm. But I no longer check your street, I found a path beneath my feet. So if you ever ask me how, I smile and nod, I say just now. Not to brag, just to be true. I finally found myself without you. This is me moving on at last, with love for you, but from the past. Lost a child in '82. Her man went cold in '94 too. But every spring
without delay. She planted daisies anyway. She planted daisies, soft and bright, in soil that never gave her light, and smiled at clouds that wouldn't break, like love was hers, not God's to take. Folks called her odd, a little slow, said grief had cracked her long ago. But I saw strength in hands that shook, and kindness no one ever took. She planted daisies, come what may, with quiet joy, not much to say. And if you stopped, she'd hand you one, like sorrow had already run. I once asked, why daisies still? She said, because they'd been not killed. And when the wind blows mean and rough, they just hold on, and that's enough. Now when I face a heavy sky, I don't ask who or how or why. I find a patch of earth and clay, and plant some daisies anyway. She planted daisies, and so will I, as long as hearts still learn to try. We never danced in fancy halls, no bouquets tossed, no toast at all. She wears no ring, I sign no line, but she's been mine, and I've been fine. I don't need a wedding song to know where my heart belongs. Love ain't loud and vows ain't proof. She's been my always, plain and smooth. We share a truck, we share a cat. Our porch is cracked, I'm fine with that. She brings me soup, I fix her chair, and no one asks what we declare. I don't need a wedding song, we've been right all along. There's more to love than white and gold. Sometimes it's warm, sometimes
say forever starts in church, but I've seen forever in her smirk. And when I'm sick, she holds my hand. That's more than music, more than band. So if we never cut a cake or dance in gowns by some big lake, just know we chose the quiet way. And I'd still choose her every day. I don't need a wedding song. She's been my right in every wrong.
I bought a ticket, asked no place. The man just nodded, marked my face, said this train ain't about the end, it's about the parts you can't defend. The train without a name rolls slow. It picks up hearts too full to show. No luggage racks, no final call, just seats for those who've lost it all. A preacher sat 2 rows behind, a girl with ink and tear-streaked lines. We didn't speak, but understood. Some rides don't fix, they just feel good. The train without a name rides late through valleys shaped by love and fate. Each mile a sigh, each track a bruise. You don't get back, but you can choose. And when it stops, you step outside. Not new, not whole, just more alive. You learn to leave in was the gift. The pain you carry starts to shift. I walked off slow with lighter hands. The ground felt new, like second chance. No one waved, no banners flew, but hell, it felt like something true. The train without a name is real for those too tired to even heal. Sanded down my porch swing slow, said this old wood still got some glow. Painted it white, then sat a while, said nothing much, just gave a smile. A porch swing named Grace, worn but true, like hearts that break then learn to glue. It squeaks a bit, but holds us tight as day turns soft and stars take flight. She don't ask about girls before. She just plants flowers by the door, sings to birds and bakes like spring, and every breeze feels less like sting. This porch swing's held more tears than time, but now it holds her hand in mine. It doesn't race, it just sways slow and teaches me to let her know. They say some folks are just a phase, but Grace, she's roots, she's rain, she stays. And on this swing I found my knees, not to beg, just thank the breeze. We drink our tea in quiet throne. The past still knocks, but we don't run. The swing still creaks like it might fall, but somehow now I trust it all. A porch swing named Grace, that's her too. Both built from love, both good as new. Her hair was braided that warm June day. Sun hit her boots like a sunbeam stray. She passed me by in the feed store line, smelled like rain and sweet red wine. Her hair was braided loose and kind, like every thought I couldn't find. I never said a single word, but every heartbeat she still stirred. She rode off quick on that rusted bike. I watched her leave like just my type. Friends all teased, said I stood dumb. Guess some silences never come undone. Her hair was braided, swinging free down the back of who she'd never be. To me she was a passing breeze, but that braid still ties up memories. Years go fast like gravel roads, but some girls stay in what you hold. I married once, loved just fine, but she's the thread that stitched my spine. Saw her photo in the county fair, with kids and time inside her stare. I smiled and tipped my hat at fate. Some loves ain't lost, just never late. Her hair was braided and that's enough. Some moments live when love is tough. Found them in the dryer bin, fuzzy pink with little wind. She wore them once on Christmas Eve and laughed when I refused to leave. The socks she left behind still stay folded neat in my old tray. They
We didn't work, we didn't last, but not all love is built too fast. She taught me kind, she taught me fun, and how to slow when I would run. The socks she left behind, don't cry, they're just a soft and simple why of how two hearts can share one room, then part without a sense of doom. Some say to throw the past away, but some things ask for you to stay and touch the thread and breathe in slow to honor what once chose to grow. I've moved on, and so has she, but when I fold my laundry free, I smile at pink and thank the time for the socks she left behind. The socks she left behind, still warm, a corner of my quiet storm. There's a chair down by the lake, rusty arms, a wooden stake. Been there since I was 23. That chair has held the worst of me. The chair by the lake, don't judge, don't ask questions, don't hold a grudge. It just waits through storm and shine, like it knows we all need time. I carved initials once in wood of someone I misunderstood. She's long gone, but let her stay, like ghosts that won't drift away. The chair by the lake remembers more than I dare say or keep in store. It saw me fall, it saw me rise, and kept it all without surprise. Sometimes a place holds what we can't. It gives no sermon, gives no rant. It just stands still, lets you lean, and takes the weight of what you've seen. So when I age and legs get slow, don't move that chair, just let it go. 'Cause maybe someone new will find it fits the curve of their own mind. The chair by the lake just stays, teaches peace in silent ways.
Love, if you're listening close, I ain't the man who chased you most. I let you go, I looked away, but maybe now I'd let you stay. Love, if you're out there slow and kind, I've made some room, I've cleared my mind. I won't ask much, I won't demand, just maybe reach, take my hand. I've hurt, I've hid, I've pushed too far, I've dreamed with ghosts beneath the stars, but still I wake, still I try to be a man who won't just cry. Love, if you're near in whisper tones, don't knock too loud, don't break no bones, just sit beside me, breathe my pace, maybe fill this empty space. I won't beg, I won't pretend, but I believe in grace again. And if you're real, and if you roam, I've left the porch light on at home. So if you come, come as you are, denim boots or beat up car, I'll pour the tea, I'll play it slow. Love, if you're listening, just let me know. Love, if you're listening, I'm still here. No longer lost, just quietly clear.
There's a patch behind the old tin shed where burnt grass still turns hints of red. Grandma used to light the leaves, said let the smoke make space to breathe. That burnt grass smell, it lingers still, like Sunday prayers and windowsills. It takes me back to flannel sleeves and all the things she'd never grieve. She'd hum while stirring stew at noon and whistle low a gospel tune. Her hands were cracked, her voice was soft, but Lord, her truths could shake you off. That burnt grass held her secret
secret ways. The fire cleared her heavy days. She said, what's gone don't need to stay. The smoke will teach you how to pray. Now I lie leaves behind that shed, let memories curl above my head. She's gone, but somehow in the haze I feel her near on autumn days. I teach my boy to strike the match and not to flinch when embers catch. He laughs like I once did back then. Grandma lies in burnt grass wind. Some folks fade, some folks remain, and scent in smoke and fall time rain. I've written lines and rhymed your name, lit old wounds like candle flame. But this time I just wanna rest. No poetry left in my chest. This is the last song I'll never write. No moon, no stars, no sleep at night. Just one deep breath and let you go. Not with a bang, but soft and slow. I kept you stitched in every tune, like shadows stitched to waning moons. But even echoes lose their edge, and some hearts need a final ledge. This is the last line you'll inspire. No smoky eyes, no silent fire. I won't pick up this pen for you. You're not my storm to write into. They say goodbyes make music best, but I found peace in quiet rest. You were a verse I had to learn, but not the one I must return. So I'll hum a tune that's mine alone, and leave your ghost outside my home. It's not regret, just closing light. The last song I'll never write. The last song I'll never write is where my silence starts to fight. pick up this pen for you, and some hearts need a final rose, but even echoes lose their edge, and some hearts need a final ledge.
There's a board out back, hanging low. Been that way since winter snow. Neighbors say you ought to mend, but I just let it sway and bend. The fence I never fixed, don't mind. It leans like me, it takes its time. It's not pretty, but it stands like an old man with gentle hands. Kids still laugh and dogs still bark, even when the post turns dark. Not all cracks need to be tight. Some let love sneak in just right. The fence I never fixed still holds, though weather's chipped and paint's gone cold, and every flaw just seems to teach what perfect things can never reach. I've spent years trying to patch my soul, but learned to live with parts not whole. Some stories don't need a new coat, just space to breathe, just time to float. So if you pass and see that gate, don't think it's rust, don't call it late. It's just a piece of me that stays unfixed, beloved, in quiet ways. The fence I never fixed still sings of how we all hold broken things. She brought a spoon, I brought the tea. Said don't need more if you've got me. We didn't toast, we didn't brag, just let the kettle lift the flag. One spoon, one cup, and not much more, still felt richer than before. And no silver set, no marble floors, just her and I behind one door. We shared a bowl of tomato stew, took turns with bread both torn in two. We didn't count, we didn't claim, just fed each other through the flame. One spoon, one cup, and warm hands near, still fills the fridge with love, not fear. We learned the taste of something true when all we had was just me and you.
chase what they don't need, fill cabinets more than mouths to feed. But joy don't come from all you buy, it's who you feed and how you try. Now every night we clink that mug, she winks, I grin, we share one rug. And somehow that's enough for life. One cup, one spoon, one quiet wife. One spoon, one cup, that's how we grew. And I'd take that over gold or new. Still smell smoke from yesterday. The fire we built won't fade away. You leaned on me, your laugh was low. We said nothing, let embers glow. Last night's firewood still burns.